izinto ezumgogodla wamaphupho ethu yilezi esiyishare and noma siyishare ngemuva sibhizi sithatha izinto ekungesizona ezethu sithi sifuna ukwakha ngalo ikusasa lethu then it contradicts. So for us to build a dream, that's fantasy of izwe lethu as South Africans, ngokwehlukana kwethu ngokwezigaba zethu kukhona abantu bakwaXhosa, kunabantu amaZulu, kunabantu amaPedi, amaTswana, amaVenda. I guess imali kuyaphambili. I guess sibuye sibuyele emuva sihambe sokuza kulabantu abasemva kwethu ukuthi kahle kahle inhloso nqani yokuphila kwethu nama vision imaphi, because thina siya forward we don't even understand ukuthi siyaphi collectively as South Africans.
Yeah, I got dreams. Let me do me now. Let me do me. Let me do me now. Let me do me. I got dreams. Yeah, I got big dreams. I don't sleep, cause nothing really comes cheap.
Sanibonani makhaya, ngiyanamukela mina uBhopile. Another episode inhle nolukilo kazinyanga le njengenjwayelo, and namhlanje nginiphathele brother of mine engahlangana naye ICC. I think it was last week. We were having a creative dialogue. We were doing entertainment, and we got to engage which we must do this podcast. Igama lakhe Mthuthu, but before we waste this card, please click the subscription button and make sure you click the notification button for more content. So, ngifele with my brother, how are you? Ngiyaphila my brother, ngiyaphila. Yabo mfethu ukuthi ube khona nje kwisho, ngiyazi ukuthi umuntu obusy doing a lot of things. Nje uba khona kwakho la nje. Thank you so much ngalokho mfethu.
Bafethu bonga mina.
Okay. No, ngisacela nje introduce ukuthi ubani nabantu ukuze bakwazi.
All right. Igama lami Mthuthu. That is my stage name as a musician.
Okay.
Kodwa ke igama lokuzalwa ke Mthuthu Ndebele.
Okay.
Ekhaya kusoLundi. Abanye babethi usoLundi emahlala.
Hayi bese
angizanaba ukuthi kuthiwa ulwahlekihima wenza. So ngikhulele khona oLundi ngokufunda ngase kwamabanga ngaphezulu ngasemzala lapha eThekwini.
Okay.
Ngaqhubeka nokucula because of isikhathi esikusonje manje.
Okay, so uqalele nje, when did you first had the interest in music?
Yeah, mfethu, the thing is about thina abantu abamnyama, sikhule ey'koleni where there were extracurricular activities.
Yeah.
Either kube soccer, noma kube choir, noma kube whatever. So now umukhula thina la yofunda khona eMahlathini Primary School. Ngokuthi uma usuka standard 5, bese uyaphoqeleka ukuthi ujoyine ischool choir. Either uyakwazi ukucula noma awukwazi, but uthisha babekuforce ukuthi ujoyine ischool choir. Mina ngiye lapho because I was forced to be part of something. Not really that I thought ukuthi ngiyakwazi ukucula. Mina personally, I had always thought ukuthi indaba yokucula noma enhlangana. So kwaba naleyo trend leyo, even sengifike high school, in high school khona oLundi. I was very active. I was doing soccer, I was doing, imagine I was doing rap. But I'm trying to show ukuthi njengomuntu obe active kakhulu ey'ntweni ey'ngaphezu kokufunda. Kodwa ngafika isikhathi la savakashelwa omunye uMiss othiwa uMiss Leje. Wayena ekhuleke vele ngayo indaba ye-music njalo. So wafika wa-introducer nakhona esikoleni. So ngaba nalo interest leyo. So ngangena isho ukuthi ngi-interest because I want to sing, noma ne-interest because I'm an active person.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah, sometimes.
You understand? So ngangena khona, I was like, yeah, siyakhipha la. Yabo. And then from lapho la tertiary I went to a Technical College. Met some few guys from different universities, ababekula and everything. So there was that trend.
Wow.
So it's very difficult for me to say this is when I started realizing that I can say
that. Ngicela nje ungitshele ke about your background. Ukuthi how did the background play a role in a person that you've become njengamanje?
I would say I'm very fortunate ukuthi ngikhule endaweni yasemakhaya. I'm fortunate ukuthi ekukhuleni kwami ngikhule kwi-era la umuntu bekwazi ukukhuliswa umphakathi. Uma ukwazi ukukhuliswa umphakathi, it means ukuthi you comfortable living with uSipho wakamhlolo and uMandla wakasithole and everything. Uyakwazi ukudla kwaSithole, uyakwazi ukulala kwaSipho without any feeling abazali ukuthi hey engabuleleki. So I think lokho kukodwa kwangakhela ukwazi ukuthemba abanye abantu. Kwangakhela ukumazi umunye umuntu. You understand? So if ubuka i-art, yabo, ubuke indlela engikhule ngayo, you would say it links, yabo, it gels, because nayo ngikhule ngendlela futhi la indawo ibigcina khona amasiko. To an extent ukuthi khathi ngiqala ukucula, because I was confined with space asekhaya oLundi, ukuthi usuke umahlikihli, kunengoma, kunendlamu, kuna yonke lento efana njengalezo. So engqondweni yami into ebengiyazi kangcono ileyo nqubosiko leyo. To an extent ukuthi mase ngiqala ukucula, kimini isaphila ngaphakathi. Uma kumele kube khona engikhiphayo ngokucula kimina, because into engiyazi kangcono ile. So kuyashesha ukuvela ukuthi umuntu lo traditional in terms of ukucula wakhe, because isikhathi esiningi ngicula ngesiZulu. Yabona. So ngiqale ngacula i-hip hop ngisazama ukuyithola, then I went to i-Afro House. Kwi-Afro House nakhona you could still see the element of this traditional upbringing. You understand? And then from lapho, kimina, it was still a phase of learning more about myself and also the music that I've chosen. To an extent, 10, 15 years later, only now I realize that, okay, my calling is in African folk music. Because iyona hlobo lomculo olublenda indlela engikhule ngayo, uma ubala indlabu, uma ubale ingoma, uma ubala izinkondlo, lo mhlobo lomculo engiwenza manje lokuhlanganisa zonke lezi zinto lezi nangendlela engikhuliseke ngayo la engiphuma khona.
So manje uye role model yakho mhlawumbe ngaleso sikhathi nje kwe-inspireisha kakhulu.
Ngaleso sikhathi yakhumbula ukuthi sasesebancane abantu abaningi sasibazela ku-radio noma ku-TV. Kwaku-radio ukuthi ku-TV ngaleso sikhathi. So we hear music from different artists on radio. Bese kuba nabantu abadala sasibabiza ngomalume ababazi kangcono bona amagama labo badala. But I remember very well kudala umalume wami wayejwayele ukudlala umculo babu-Hugh Masikela, uBabu Madala Kunene, uKhifa Simenye, Oliver Mdukunzi. Yabo bonke labo bantu labo, so ngikhule ngi-expose even noBaba uThozana uJabukhanyile, yabona bonke labo bantu labo I was exposed to that music. So inspiration yami when it comes to music ifocus yayo kulabo bantu labo. Hence mawubuka manje uhlobo lomculo engilwenzayo kunama elements abo bonke labantu, because I learn from them in terms of music. Even today I still listen to their music. Yabo I still draw certain things, anything I mean I was in pen public for.
Okay, ngoba usakhuluma ngathi nje usayikhuluma leyo ukuthi ushintshile washintsha ijandla ukuyenza umusic, yini kwenze vele ukuthi uze ushintshe from poetry, because ngiyakhumbula ukuthi you said ukuthi you change from poetry to this kind of music that you do manje. Yini yakwenza ukuthi ushintshe? What did you realize? Waba nayiphi revelation when?
I would say nanoma ngabe yiphi into maweqala ungenasiqiniseko sokuthi noma ungaba nayo vision ukuthi after 5 years ngifuna ukuzibona lena, kodwa the process anything might happen. You understand? So uma bengiqala umusic ngingane ngisamusha endimeni umculo, ngicula lokho okufika kuqala kimi. So i-process uma iqhubeka ilapho usuqala uyifunda khona ukuthi wena u-strong kephi u-weak kephi. You understand? And inhloso yakho yiphi ngomculo? Mina yami inhloso yomculo ukufundisa ngosiko, ukululeka abantu, ukubuyisela abantu ezintweni umgogodla wethu thina abantu abamnyama. So iyiphi-ke le genre ezokwazi ukuthi i-align kahle with my vision, yabo. Hence mangiqala ukucula ukurekhoda, I was doing hip hop. I mangithi ngiyayishaya ngiyazi ukuthi it's fine, it's good, but kunalento eshoda but ngaqhubeka because ulokhu uqhubeka urecorda you also practicing to master your own art. So ngazama qhubeka I got into Afro house because mase ngenze Afro house ngoba bese ngilayithelwe so senginabangani amajita quiet and everything so I did Afro house. Izinto zahamba kahle because I got to work with the likes of DJ Bones. I did a song for him. Fresh and Euphonic, I did a song for him. A lot of DJs. I did other performances with international stars, Abo Mario. Hey, so I was exposed to that experience. And then throughout the process, you gain more knowledge about the industry on its own. You gain more knowledge about yourself. You gain more knowledge about, everything that is happening around you. Then you learn okay, this is the direction that I want to take. Remember when I started initially, this was my vision. But throughout the process, I got to learn about the industry and how do I take my vision into the picture. So I remember one day, it was maybe about 6 years back. I was in studio doing a house song. The environment, it's the environment your house, it's different than environment your jazz. Environment it's different than environment hip hop. It doesn't mean but it creates if you're doing this is the environment you're gonna be.
That's why you said later if you must follow each other type of music.
Yes. So I was very comfortable with house until 6 years back. I was in studio, I was recording a song for a house DJ. So after a session, I was like, can I try something very slow? I record them very to normalies. Very slow, nice song. It was Afro pop. I was in love with the song. But even now, I understand what is and then it went on in Kuba record the house, but until one day I was invited to a poetry session at Nyakulan's inside. Okay, I'm doing music, but so how do I fuse the kind of music that I'm doing now that is modern with the old school type of writings and all? Then that's how I came into the African folk music. So that's how I became Mthuthu African folk music. Hey, it's quite
so when did you understand the industry? Because basically even kwamini izinto ngangikuzwa vele ukhuluma nangazo lapha yabona most yama artists manje they think ukuthi ukuphumelela kwawo kusekutheni kumele ahlangane nje mhlawumbe ne-artist elilodwa edumile then emva kwalokho uzoduma uma ingadumanga sekumele athuke leli artist because seyisukilolela imvali leminyango uthi esebenze nalo angaliniki ifame kanti phela thina we know thina sesibile kwi-industry for isikhathi eside ukuthi i-process lena you can't just be an overnight success. When did you understand lokho? Ngoba phela yabona abantu osebenze nabo omunye umuntu bangathi ubesebenze nalabantu abangangapho uya break uma ukuthi aka break uyaceka ukuthi nomenza naba kodwa bamthathanga bambeka somewhere. When we understand kanjani industry,
I think lento leyo ihambisana nokufundiseka as a person. Ukhumbule ukuthi there is nothing regulating umuntu ukuthi abe artist. If you want to wake up in the morning, you want to be an artist, you become an artist. Of course, difficult is to that. So now, if ungenawo umgogodla nengqondo ephusile etshengisa ukuthi ufundisekile, you're not going to understand the processes of you being a musician. Because mina, as I'm saying, ukuthi sengisebenza nabantu abaningi, and not all DJ Gugwa, all DJ Nko, Dizozo, a lot of people.
That's a lot.
And give me lokho ngangithatha njengesigaba sokufunda. You understand? Because uma ngihamba ngifike ngihlale no tira, yabo. I remember the event I shared the story sami sokuthi kudala kwakunama-event asekhaya kuthiwa umdabuko. So utira wayefika mhlawumbe afike ne-big nuts, kunamacula ayicula ujuice kwi-big nuts, uthatha ujuice akekho, then utira uphela, hey ntwana yami woza la, fike ngene ngishaya iphathana like kuza. And utira was very welcoming. Big nuts was very welcoming. So it gave me motivation and experience to learn from these people. So it's a process of learning that you need to respect and understanding ukuthi lento le iney'gaba zakhona. So if you're gonna jump iy'gaba zakhona, ungayithola ifame namhlanje. Uqala namhlanje ucula, ube nenhlanhla uthole artist ethweni, urekhode naye, ube famous kusasa. But because awunawo umgogodla nolwazi nge-industry, you're gonna crash and burn. You're gonna be good tomorrow, the next day you're out.
One hit wonder.
One hit wonder, understand? So if uzokwazi ukus-align and understand ukuthi lento le is pure kuwena, because I don't think khona umuntu oyi-artist ngokweqiniso ongesisona isiphiwo. Isiphiwo kuwena, so ngoba isiphiwo iney'gaba zakhona kumele uyilandele. And obviously at some point in life kumele uthathe isiphiwo usenze business. Nalokho it's a process on its own. How do you transfer isiphiwo to a business without offend abantu abakuphelisa isiphiwo? You understand? So izinto lezo ekumele zi-understand, because for you to be a better artist, you need to be a better person yourself. I remember having a conversation with one of the artists after event Enzo Maspala at ICC. Ukuthi, as much as there are structures, government structures that are aimed to assist our artists, but they do not owe us our future. We owe ourselves. So I'm not gonna, if you shut me down. I remember I did a song with DJ Vuma from Ikaka Sefo. No matter what.
DJ Vuma, no icon.
I did a song with DJ Vuma together with Batanol. Hey, now this was kind of cool. Vocally, I was okay, I was good. But I felt ukuthi ngangisesigabeni sokufunda. So masiqeda ukwenza iculo, i-expectation yami ukuthi DJ Vuma usebikaka Sefo ngifomela release ngikho. Uvuma ngaye release ngikho. Yabo. But in my mind, I had an understanding of okay. Sometimes you're gonna record the tool, but it needs to be analyzed. Is it market ready? Because you don't want to have a catalog of music outside there that you also get comfortable with. And I remember phoning Vuma. It was after maybe 5 years. Thank you for not releasing that song. Because it was not going to build a catalog for something. So it's a process, and we need to understand the essence of oLundi. It's not an overnight thing. It takes time. I've been in the music industry for how many? Over 15 years.
For you seven and spotlight.
About spotlight. Imagine you seven with about fashion euphonic. And now what's this cat with my I'm going somewhere. Especially euphonic, like I'm going somewhere. But keep your head low. Uhloniphe abantu. And wazi ukuthi kuba ngcono uma une understanding ukuthi lento iphiwe. Yabona into uma uyiphiwe, you are at the mercy of the person who gave it to you. So uma ekunikile ekubolekile, ngiyayithatha noma yini bayisebenzisa uyisebenzisa. So I live under that fear of this is a given talent. If I mess around with it, the person who gave it to me can always take it back. So I had to respect.
So currently, are you signed to Mhlambe under any recording label, or you are pushing your own thing?
Currently, I'm not signed, but I'm open to having that conversation with potential investors, or whatever the case could be. And one of the things that is very difficult about being an independent artist, it's challenging. But at least we have that freedom of creativity. Because if I'm not signed, the decision is up to me. But if you're signed, it has to go through certain people. When we feel a land in a certain way, and I feel it because he's your manager in some sort of way and he pays for his studio fee, So align with your being in terms of music. But currently I'm not signed. I'm open to that. I'm just working with amajita ewathola ngendlela. There's manager yami, I have some guys who are helping me out with the marketing, all those sort of stuff.
Okay, ngoba vele manje ngobheka manje vele into eblumayo manje yona le ukuthi wonke umuntu manje is going independent and as much as vele ku right, because when I do support yabo uba independent, kodwa sesikubonile thina kwi-industry ukuthi kwamanye ama-artists, there are artists kahle kahle othola ukuthi they were not made to be independent.
Yes.
But right besayiniwe, even ama-views online you see ukuthi yabo ngeke ize ngibabale nangamagama, kodwa bakhona ama-artists even kwala e-South Africa who left ama-recording label athile and i-numbers za-drop yabo. Za-dropha drastically futhi hayi mhlawumbe zidropha lokho ukuthi nje za-dropha yabo just because bona they are more on creativity than ukuthi baze bazimanage yabo. So nje kuyabluma kakhulu njengamanje ukuthi vele umuntu afuna ukuzisayina, wonke umuntu ufuna ukuziphatha manje.
The thing is yes, you're very right. Kunabantu vele kumele bebe signed by amanye ama-companies. Kunabantu abangakwazi ukuthi bazimele. I think we should not rush into signing, because had I signed theater 10 years ago, I don't think it's going to be because I was not ready artistically, I was not ready spiritually, physically, mentally, I was not ready for it. But now I'm a better person. Saying I was if approach with the contract, I can read the contract on my own without a lawyer, because I've learned throughout the years how to read the contract. So, and also we need to have that balance, obviously, because now my companies, they're businesses, they're running business.
Yeah.
So, we need to have that economical balance of unsigned artists, signed artists, because signed artists, they are under a certain company. And in the end, as consistent with this flux sign, if I want to do a music video, as a person, I don't have 25,000 to finance the video. But if I'm signed, at least go by the resources. So it's because it is easier. If you have the network and resources, it's easier for you to level up.
So as an independent artist, imam challenges ongathi ubhekane nawo, and how did you overcome those challenges now?
If independent, one, Uguti independent, it does not mean Uguti you cannot have a team of people that you work with. It is just a matter of you having an agreement with those people, because in most cases, that's a freedom. And the challenge is, you understand? You get it through bookings or sales of your music. So now, our resources become a major challenge for independent artists. And also, you have to do, you release a song, maybe you outsource any agreement is to cook from your own pocket. And now, similarly negotiate it, okay, if we distribute okay, at least 50%. You understand? How much is 50%?
Because the music is a lifetime thing.
It's a lifetime
thing. In the long run, you will feel you take 50%. I just sold my soul.
And in Kenya, independent as music, if you're doing music, only music, it becomes a single song. Isinto simona mbela sizokulinda ama-royalties azokhokha umsando next year. Kumele udle manje. I think that's why we often sell ourselves short, because sicabangela ukuthi if ufuna i-feature yami and I know my worth, ukuthi I'm worth $100 for a feature, for example. But because in that manje $20, I will take you $20 because you take the same. So now izinto lezi eziba ama-challenge if you are independent. And also, companies they recognize a company more than an artist. So if you come under a company, you are well off than just coming as an individual.
Even our radios, they promote more artists, recording label, artists as male.
And in fact, when you speak of it, I think also it's cut so big as the industry, because I'm bragging a bit. I released the EP episode in So one of the songs episode Chumisani Mo. FM, I think last week Monday we were number 3 on Afropop Top 10. And okay, akhona mabacula kaba-LA, I released some time ago ingoma ekuthiwa Beta X. It did very well on radio. I was on Metro, Cozy, doing very well. Doing very well. Before that, I released a little Cinderella, Cinderella. We shout, hey, in fact, that was my break. That was my break. But I asked Ganjani because the song was big in Gauteng more than KZN. But I think it was big Jan, it was more soulful. And this is like KZN got very quiet,
because baphika abantu bala KZN kakhulu enye into engiyibonile baphiki ngale ndlela base KZN
kakhulu in fact kakhulu yabona nje lo mculo esiwenza nje manje i-African folk. If you ask people what is African folk music, very less young people understand what music is that. But I'm very happy to see the likes of Zawadi, of Coco Madlala, of Phila Dlozi doing lo mculo, because now sebeya-elevator, sebewufaka lento le ezokuthi abantu bakwazi ukulalela babungazi, especially abantu bala KwaZulu-Natal.
So usho nje yini kahle kahle inspire nje music wakho, because uke wachaza vele ukuthi i-background yakho idlale yiphi indima. Sengasho nje manje lo suwenza ke manje currently yini inspire kakhulu?
I would say it is inspired by my spiritual growth as Mthuthu, as a person. Because before I go to look at outside people that inspires my music, I have to first understand my standing with my very own self, either spiritually, mentally, physically, whatever the case may be. And ukwazi ukuba moya munye nami uqobo lwami, it inspires ngithi mangibhala ngikhiphile uzwe ukuthi ngikhipha into esuka ngaphakathi. So ukukhula kwami ngokomoya inspire kakhulu. Kwase kuyavelela kwase kuphuma nabanye abantu. Njengamanje like one person that really inspires me, ubaba uMagala. I was very fortunate to sit with him one-on-one and have a conversation. Lapho engichazela khona ngalolu hlobo lomculo nanokuthi baphumaphi nalo. Yabona mase ekuchazela mina, I can come here and say I've been in the music industry for 15 years. Mayifika yena ekuchaza ukuthi he's been in the music industry for 50 years. The struggles that he had to go through the 50 years. You come to realize what if a relayer this knowledge in me, I really have to hold it with care, because bahluphekile ukuthi kufike lesi sigaba sempilo labathi batabami uma nifuna ukuqhubeka nomculo nanto ulwazi qhubekani.
Plus phela manje kusafana ubona kudala they hate to fight yabo izinto eziningi anayithina manje, because thina manje we have it easy yabo, we have it easy ukuthi ke phela we wanna be fed yabo, abantu wonke umuntu ufuna ukufeedwa manje ukuthi hayi no wena yenza lokhu akekho umuntu ngampela ukuba connect yabo, wanna connect with nature. Uzobheka even nano music ongayenza sense ukuthi usutrenda more than music owenza sense, and those zinto ziyakudida nawe ukuthi hayi kuzenzeka kanjani.
I think if uyakugquma ngendlela ecreative ngayo uyavele wazi ukuthi what you expect, ne hayi ukuthi content wrong ngegquma. If you are with deep house we have the expectation ukuthi the expectation, you understand? If we are with Afropop, same thing. So now, if ubuka la KwaZulu-Natal, I would say, into hamba phambili is igqom nomuntu odansa.
Yeah, igqom number 1.
My thinking is, the reason being is people who are very active in the digital space, it's young people. So if they're active in that space, it means we probably stand a better chance because that was will elevate. And then the people that are very active in our type of music, which is African folk music, Abantu, who I would say they are not very inclined in terms of the digital space that we want in. Traditional people abasafuna ukuziculela edwini nabathenga CD. So now for us to reach those people, it becomes very difficult. It is not ukuthi It is a case of how you reach your market. You understand?
Do you understand digital marketing in promoter online? Because there is a business side of music. But there is a business side of artists. They don't want to pay attention. You have to pay attention. But doing big numbers, big numbers. Tonight we are lucky because we understand and we are aligned with digital marketing space. We understand keeping women wash out 100,000 in a space of like 4 hours. We know which most of the promote and engasolona futhi icala promoter because akekho umuntu ovinjiwe khona phela bakwenza sengazothi ku wrong and akukho wrong lokho it's something that you must do. If you can do that, it means you can manage yourself. You can manage yourself.
Exactly. It goes back to that routine. No one owes you anything. If this is your music, if this is your show, you owe it yourself to make it happen. If certain structures come through to help you, good for you. But you cannot say, how come DJ Sox in a streams our 500,000? DJ we promoted our investor in DJ long time ago. So I think at some point we as the younger generation, okay, I'm not alongside, but as a younger generation because
we're still a younger generation. We're still a younger generation.
So I think we really have to have an understanding between the platforms are here. Yeah? It is a matter of us realizing the platform that are built for us and the system that is built for us and make use of those platforms to better our own self as artists. And also the power of collaboration. I mentioned the other day. Had I had the attitude to go and say, it means understand, okay, this is what you do, this is what I do, how do we link up to build something? You understand? So we really need to understand the routine. Because this characteristic about a person is still a sword. Sikwazi ukuthi sikhuphula.
Just because I think here vele lento yabona of overnight success in artist, I think iyona edala kakhulu depression and anxiety. So nje ngizokubuza nawe ngalapho ukuthi wena how do you deal with, because phela it comes as a creative into kahle ngeke uzibalekele about being depressed and feeling anxiety. Leyo nto kahle because creativity kwabanye iqhamuka khona. When how do you deal with the depression and the anxiety?
I'm not gonna lie and say I don't get myself into a space of being depressed. It happens a lot, more especially for an artist. A typical example. I had a show, like a 30-minute live performance with Ikakasi about 3-4 weeks ago. People hear me on radio, and expectation is built to it. Hey, they don't shoot in the man. You understand me? And for me to go to Ikakasi FM, I have to pay people that I work with. Pianists, DJs, from my own pocket. You understand? And now this is you with your 0% bank balance. This is you, the assumption build where the exposure just because in Tampa there is progress, shooting the money call. So now the expectation is abantu bazofuna uphile lente assumption expectation. And then if uzama ukuyiphila, it's not going to link up financially because you are not what they assume you to be. That's why you get depressed. Because now you try to ugijima, ufike imicabango yabantu nawe. You understand? And also, you're doing music. For the longest time, ngalesa sikhathi wawuphuphe ngathi ngalesa sikhathi usuphesheya whatever. Bawuthi uyabheka usakhona.
Usaseduze ngempela.
And usakhona and you're thinking, okay, ubheke emuva, I've been trying a lot and I've worked with big names, but what's happened? You understand? And later there is single team. Ngabe yakunika isinto njengamanje. Yabo. So ziningi izinto. I think in most cases into edala sibe depressed as artists, more as artists like us. We want to live our future and forget our present moment. You understand? Sifuna ukuthi wonke umuntu namaphupho uyavuka iphupho yabo mangaba kanje bese siyakhohlwa buya sizosebenza sisiwe khona sigcine yabo sigcine siphila lento besiyiphupha uma sesibona ingabi into coming to life. Then we're thinking there's something we're doing wrong.
So when I mhlawumbe oyenzayo ke ungasenje mobile or what's your routine mhlawumbe mobile la usuwazi khona ukuthi okay this is going to be my most creative space mhlawumbe space sakho siwesi kanjani lesi nje uma uzobhala nje asikhulume nje indumba nje ukuthi awubhala indumba iphi zona okuyona awuyibhala.
Hey, I want to I remember having a conversation with a friend of mine that I've worked with also who was in I think he's a friend of mine, Sakula Nai. Yet I got into acting and I went to music. So in most cases, and we align in terms of so we talk about these things. So I remember him saying jokingly, it's as well. Uma konke ade hlumezekile uyabhala thula ngibukele ngizamukubona ngokuthi amaculo ami aba nedumela noma nesasasi la ngwabhale ngisiphi space ngibona konke engihlumezekile noma isekhanda lami ingihlupha ngase ngikwazi ukuyikhipha ukuthi ngibhale. But now the challenge is I cannot expect to always be there's a space I need to create an environment so even so when I was writing in Dumba, I remember trying to find me usually I'm not a book having a studio. You understand?
Yeah.
So that was the only time ngihlala phansi ngithezela ngizosilalela ngibhale makufika ukufikayo. You understand? Into a sense ukuthi all those 4 songs that I wrote, I don't remember writing them, but I remember planning to write them. So you get into that zone in a moment where, because ukhumbula ukuthi thina singabantu abathunywe ukudlulisa umlayezo
yeah.
Lo mlayezo awuzokusuka kuthina kumele usuke kubanikazi bakho. So ukuze ufike kunezinto omele uziprepare ngayo as umuntu ukwazi ukufika udlulise into kuyiyona. And lo mlayezo awuzokufika ngesikhathi esithandwa wena. So kumele mawufika ukufite kwispace esi-right ngesikhathi esi-right. So kumele uzi-align to those spirit or uNkulunkulu lo osuke uphele uthanda. I wrote Indumba, amaculo awu-4. It is Ivusela, produced by Pianola. Produced by, I feature Snowman from Ambitious Record. Yes, very good guy. Very good guy. I fit, and then produced by LMG Supreme, and then the last one is Gibula Waguwe, produced by Piano. I wrote those 4 songs in the space of 2 years. Because it was flowing. It's easy to be eating record that me as understand until I had to listen to my very own songs. Okay, now I think is good. And number got this come was I remember going to Joburg. He's a friend of mine. So I'm for this man in Joburg was a season back. A shame. So I studio. Mthuthu Ndebele Supreme, a very good guy. Also, we've worked with the likes of Java as a producer. It's it. Third, Nyazi to enjoy the house, but I want to try something different. Atinte kanja, it's something slow. It's inte kanja. Adlale beat as if kade ngamtshela. Yabo, that's how we recorded umthandazo kaMama. And the way I get a call, I think it is important to the energy that you get from people when you're supposed to work with. Because if you're in the right space with people with the right energy, you're comfortable. So I'll feel and say, ukubhala kwami indumba kuqhamuka kumina angazi kuqhamuka kephi, but noma ngabe inkundla okuqhamuka khona ngiyambonga uNkulunkulu ngalokho, because umlayezo uyafika kubantu bayawu-understand.
and you get to tap into that. Tap into that because phela kubalekile ngaphela to tap into something. Asemaningi ama-artists othola ukuthi umuntu why right yabo first time esaqala uthi nje le laduma ngayo i-album that was the best and emva kwalapho ubona nawo salanda understand umuntu understand nge-album yakhe yokuqala ukuthi umuntu kanje facing this kodwa mase kufika kwi-second album ayo uzodaya i-touch ayisekho uyabona ukuthi ihambile leya personality because phela mina I do believe ukuthi your music must have your personality.
Of course. I think it ends lokho in most cases is you're gonna release a really nice album. Ukuleso space okuso. And then because of fame and numbers and interaction with different people, bese uyitshela ukuthi mthweni kanti wena ubizela ukuphula nomlayezo bese uyashifta kwi-space obekwe kusona uhambe uyophila nabantu abangekho kwi-energy level efanayo yakho and then bese unokuswitch ethi mthweni bese uqala ukubhala izinto eziphuma kuwena engaphumi kubanikazi bazo. So hence lapho uyabhala ukuqala into yesibili awusayi-understand kahle. I think kumele sibe nomgogodla, kubalulekile ukuba nomgogodla industry because umgogodla ezusho ukuthi umusic kumele ngifunde ukuwena through your music. You understand? So now if isenzophila impilo yamanje usho ukuthi nami ngizobhala manje
usibhalela manje ama-call chain 100 million kodwa manje
akunawo
yabona 100 rand phela baningi especially ama-rappers you know ama-rappers bakutshela ngebhenki umuntu uzobhala ngebhenki manje uma ujabheka lo muntu hayi ngeke lo muntu akanawo nje ama-sneakers a-300 rand lo muntu yabo kodwa usebhala ngebhenki.
I think it's a very important thing. I think a culture, because if we hip hop, it's not balanced because the culture allows it. It is just that they live in a dream and try to project that dream into a reality. Hence, if I'm not trying to level up certain people, but if you're about to they speak of reality abantu shita sekas
and uyadayisa music
uyadayisa because bakhuluma into abayiyona yabo ikasi ilokishi amajita the lifestyle and everything impilo vele that esikwazi ukuresonate kuyona esiyazi yabo. So if kwamina yabona if mina uzongidlalela ingoma ethi Lamborghini ngale ngibuke ngithi kwamina ilo Lamborghini kube nzima to relate because it is far fetched yabo, it's not close to me.
Hayi ngiyazwakala so awusho ukuthi singakwazi kanjani ukuyigrow up fethu lento zana i-music industry yaseThekwini because I do believe eThekwini mozobheka kahle nje abantu abasasimele istudio ngaphela singathi eThekwini sisasimele manje survive for isikhathi eside Afrotainment bangathiwa kuhambe Afrotainment eThekwini ngathi industry ngashayeka kakhulu. How can we grow music industry waseThekwini?
It is better that you mentioning the Afrotainment as one of the record companies based in Durban, Esmel. So as kumele mhlawumbe ke sibuze nakubona ukuthi yini ebenza bami isikhathi esingaka. Mhlawumbe khona singacosha ukuze sizokwazi ukwakha nathi because kwesinye isikhathi indlela beyibuze ngoba phambili ukuthi bayenze kanjani. So if bengasela ukuthi tira mfethu uyenza kanjani ukuthi mawuqala record company izifike kule level okuyona ukuze nami ngiqale because uma saka into uma wakhindla uyakho still solo kodwa is still the contributor into the full house. But I think we also need to understand ukuthi the people from the artists from the ground level also need to contribute into the culture of building the industry because mentality nasazi ukuthi uma sisala phansi asifune builda lutho yabo sizobona mase silapha yabo asikho in a position of building something kanti ukubuilda does not necessarily mean ukuthi kumele ukhiphe imali. An advice you give to someone next to you, an energy you give to someone next to you, it builds the atmosphere ezoba conducive for other artists to be able to contribute into building the industry. And also in us building, we need to unite as artists, as and not create unnecessary competition amongst ourselves.
Because in politics, like a code, name politics, artists,
I think Mina, if you go I've always tried by all means possible to move away from politics because politics is not my music. I've never in my entire life poop up to get into politics, either music wise or governance wise. So, and if you get any political, you're gonna somehow you're gonna lose and shift focus from into base pure circle. So politics will always be politics. Which one is man? There is what politics. So it see understand which as much as we call it, but I think that's what artists are saying that it's unity. And they understand which as much as we can be in competition, but I wish what is as on if you told us number 1 on the radio station, and number 5, I wish it says on that. There is this good competition. You told us number 1, Kushuti. I would
I think let's collaborating. There are so many artists line and collaborated because of that politics. Creativity art.
Uzawati had a show on Saturday. Interesting befisa but ngingasikhathekile sengokuthi mangana lama show enziwa abanye abantu just because you are not booked awusezukuya to support yabo ukuthi I'm not booked for the show doesn't mean ukuthi angeke ngisakwazi uku support because ingane zakwethu abantu abamnyama labakwenza yonke into. So we need ukuthi si level up to that ukuthi utira mayenza show it depends. I book artists of 5,000 for the sake of support us. But now booking, as I mentioned, support. You understand? So we need to level up to that level of support to say, if you're an artist, I'm an artist, you're my brother, you're my sister. Whenever you have something, I'll come and support you and show you love. So see what which is sacking, where you need to make. Abanye abadunga babayimemaza abanye abathile sabi
ngoba seyidinga ngempela kakhulu leyo nto yabo seyidinga kakhulu leyo nto uzobheka thina sekuze kube abanye abantu abafuna ukuye egoli yabo wonke umuntu uthi mase efuna ukuye egoli uma isefika ngale usephakamisa igoli because ngale igoli mozolibheka kahle kahle iphakamisa omakhethe and artist uzoqiniso yabo nje mhlawumbe more than 90% of artists adumile egoli they are from KZN yabo kodwa kunalokho they are more presenting Joburg than ilento zabo.
Let's just build a conducive culture within art in Durban and be united as artists. Singabuyelani phansi, sithandaneni, sibambisaneni. If singakwenza lokho, definitely we'll be able to level up to amanye cultures asendaweni eyihlukene.
Okay. So according to you, my brother, what is the South African dream?
In terms of music,
of course, when I value as an artist, you're always gonna see better in an artist point of view. But what is the South African dream according to you? Because we know which is the South African dream before it was freedom, and then we got freedom in 1994. Then after logo, the dream was you must go to school, finish matric, then go to varsity and get a good job. So we need something new very much. Ngakho mhlawumbe nawe ngikubuza lo mbuzo because ngifuna ukuthi nana abanye abantu abama artists bazi mhlawumbe ukuthi what can be the South African dream for an artist.
I would say I'm very passionate about black people. So if we speak of South Africa, I would say our South African dream or something new that we need to bring into the table. It is something old. Our tomorrow and our futures as South Africa, it is yesterday. The reason why I'm saying that is izinto ezumgogodla wamaphupho ethu yilezi esiyishaya. And ngoba siyishaya ngemuva sibhizi sithatha izinto ekungesizona ezethu sithi sifuna ukwakha ngalo ikusasa lethu. Then it contradicts. So for us to build a dream, that's fantasy of izwe lethu as South Africans, ngokwehlukana kwethu, ngokwezigaba zethu, kukhona abantu bakwaXhosa, kunabantu amaZulu, kunabantu ababheda, abaTswana, abavenda. I guess imali kuya phambili. I guess sibuyele emuva. Sihambe sokuza kulabantu abasemva kwethu ukuthi kahle kahle inhloso ngqani yokuphila kwethu nama vision imaphi. Because thina siya forward, we don't even understand ukuthi siyaphi collectively as South Africans. So my say is, for us to realize the South African dream, we have to go back and understand our background and understand our roots, our culture, our traditions. If singakwazi go anywhere in South Africa, go and realize the happiness and joy and the progress of people who have went back to their roots to get an understanding. Yezimpande zabo nabasuka khona besuka impilo yabo. They might not have billions and millions of rands, but indlela abaphila ngayo, it's free, there's freedom.
Entini yalahleka ngempela yabo thina yalahleka amasiko ethu mozobheka kakhulu. Mozobheka ngayibona nje agenda manje i-mainstream media ukuthi kahle they are trying to make a joke kahle thina of our roots manje. Bheke inyanga ezikhona manje ukuthi zenzani, izangoma ezikhona manje ukuthi zenzani. Bafuna nje ukuyishintsha narrative kube ile narrative bona efakwe yibo ibona besebenzisa abantu abathile abama-agent, because mina I do believe ukuthi abanye balabantu esibabona even naphambili kuthiwa benza izinto ethi abazenzi ukuzenza lezo zinto, baphusha nje i-agenda nje yokuthi kulahleke yona lento lena eyithina.
And for some reason I feel like it is good to be on social media because it is also creating platforms for different people to get by with life. But I think we are using the social media platforms to ukuthatha izinto ezingamahlazo sizibe lighter. Sihleke iphelele. If we are in a form of a group, it doesn't mean ukuthi noba usungene egrouphini abantu abawu-10 usuzoshintsha ukuthi uba. Go and live who you are in a group, because that will influence other people to be themselves. And when everyone is uqobo lwakhe asizukukhohlisana. You understand? So now social media and everything, ufica izinto eziningi zenzeka, and you're asking yourself ukuthi ukade ukhuluma indaba zezangoma. Ziningi izangoma kakhulu. And that doesn't mean ukuthi izangoma zayengekho before. It is a case now which says exposed into the open public. You understand? And now angikwazi ukufika ngithi mina isangoma lesiphathe kanjani, because they ukhuluma phakathi kwesangoma nabantu bakuba bayithi. You understand? Kodwa ngokwazi kwami kunendlela umuntu ongoma ayiphatha ngayo. Yabona? Ngoba usuke ewumuntu orepresenta nabantu abadala abaphila ngemithetho ethize. Futhi nathi singabantu bazana nje uma sibona nje isangoma umuntu onamakhosi, umuntu othi mayiqhamuka dala thina mawuhlala nesangoma ubusuka ngisho endleleni because umuntu obenesithunzi, enesisindo, enokuhlonipheka, enesizotha. You understand? Because abantu ababephila lesikhathi bayakha leyo culture ukuthi isangoma umuntu ohloniphekile. But i-exposure esitholile into these public platforms isiyakhe i-narrative yokuthi anyone can be isangoma.
Akasathendwa ngisho aba-right manje, ngisho umuntu o-right manje akasathendwa because of yonke le agenda vele leyenzakalayo.
And yabona izinto ezenzeka kithina abantu abamnyama njengamanje zize zethi we have no one to blame. If ikusasa lethu nosiko lethu lufa libulawa yithi, if iy'ngane zethu ey'khulayo zifunda inqobompilo ebhedayo ngesiyona, ithina sikwenza lokho. And it's just unfortunate ukuthi sikwenza sihleke futhi.
Kuthiwa amameme ngempela thina siphila imeme world phakathi. So
So now everything that is funny will trend. but everything that has isidima nalala
Which one?
kuba nzima ukuthi trend. Understand? And isikhathi esiningi sifunda kulezi zinto lezi ezisuke zinesidimanyana. You can go on TikTok, laugh the whole day, phuma ungazange ukuthi yini oyifundile.
Kuyenzeka.
Understand? Kube khona umuntu oyedwa ozosho into enhle mawuthi ayibheka ifollowing yakhe unamala ayisawuthi.
Even now music, music injalo yabona. Music konke sense ukuthi uyafica ama likes mancane. Uyafika umuntu ukhuluma yamamblisha 1 million noma views. And then abantu they believe ama numbers more than anything.
Yes.
When you talk about numbers makhulu, it's a great song. It's a great song.
I think I don't know where this comes from. We are just a laughing country. We laugh at everything. People say, "Kaya ufunda ukuthi isikole, if unamandla esikoleni, eteshari hambe esikoleni ufunde." Ubusaqhubeka eceleni like 10% of your time you spend it on refining your talent. But lezi zinto lezi zokufunda ngoba azikufundisi kuphela umsebenzi. Ufundisa nendlela yokucabanga, understand ukuthi sesimuve kangakanani ngokwempilo because kumele ube neskill sokureada lempilo esiyona njengamanje because if you don't have that ability kuzoba nzima for you to let your talent shine. So hambe esikoleni ufunde and uma usuthola ithuba lokuthi ufocus ngetalent lakho yazi igaba zokuthi usuka la uhamba kanje ungafika uphupha bese uyavuka ekseni ufuna ukuphila iphupha. Phupha uvuke wakhe understand ukuthi lento le it takes time. Hamba leso sikhathi ufunde ufaile ubuyele kuyona ufaile ba-reject uzame ezinye indlela eventually at some point uNkulunkulu will make it right.
You will be a person bigger enough to handle everything. Athi nje ama future plans wethu for wena njengamanje.
Mfethu when I released Indumba ekhanda lami ukuthi nje start doing gig outside of the country that will teach abantu bangaphandle nenqubo sikweni yethu thina la. And i-plan yami njengamanje is to really expose the African culture into the rest of the world. In doing so, I also understand what is njengamanje I'd like my music to have an impact on people. There's nothing as overwhelming as seeing someone or hearing someone say your song in a sense ukuthi inyenza imoto. So right now the plan is to do gigs as much as possible outside and also inside and let my music teach people, and then hopefully because EP it is with 4 songs, maybe next year release an album, and yeah. I'm focused beginner
but I guess
my focus is on the EP, promote it, travel, teach people about my music, next year have an album and see how it takes.
Okay, so asithi abantu abafuna ukuthola music wakho bangothola kuma platforms.
Seyobalula manje manje usho ukuthi izinto kusafana ukuthi kuzomela ngise i-CD kwakho uma usendwede hambe ngedwede ngibuye ngestage. So wangena nje on digital platforms uthi Mthuthu MTHU bese uthi Indumba INDUMBA ikhona ku YouTube, Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, Deezer, yonke indawo la wazodala khona umculo asenamanje ama hard copy. And then also kwesinye isikhathi mhlawumbe ngikhipha izinto ehambisana nomculo mhlawumbe ongezukuyithola kuma digital stores. So lapho yakwazi ukulandela on social media like Facebook. I have a page Mthuthu MTHU. I also have a personal page Mthuthu Ndebele, Instagram Mthuthu Ndebele, TikTok Mthuthu Ndebele. Twitter Angikho mningi kakhulu ngiyasaba.
It's very dangerous. I always say Twitter is like Twitter is like going with the microphone like this. Don't put it in my country because it's just a gigantic hole that they all
I think ngisayingane ngisakhula mhlawumbe mase ngifike esigabeni sokuthi sengizokwazi ukumela induku zakhona.
And sesivele sesufake sesubrendi nayo culture vele Twitter nje ukuthi you must always disrespect other people and ama celebrities abantu ngazuthi abana ama feelings uma kuyabona but they can say whatever when it comes to celebrities.
Kuyinkinga because abantu bakhohlwa ukuthi ama celebrities abantu kuyazwela mfethu and manje kuyazwela uhambe ekhaya kunengane unenkosikazi. Uma ubuya lapha athi ubuya emsebenzini awufuni ukuthatha futhi istress sesemsebenzini uzifakana ugcina ungasakhulumi manje uma ufika ekhaya uzama ukuba ubaba wengane that comfort from family ugcina manje into ihlala kuwena ngaphakathi just because of one person who said umuntu uyabheda you're thinking the whole world is saying uyabheda this confidence you've set
because iyahlala whether into ehlala njengama words
hence that is umculo omotivator ukuthi kuhlale uthi uma ulibeka igama elibi uma ulalela umculo wethu ukwazi overpower the negatives that you get from the environment esiphila kuyo.
Okay, for bookings if bangakuthola kuphi abantu for bookings mhlawumbe number yakho otholakala kuyona or email otholakala kuyona uma ukhona mhlawumbe ufuna ukubooka for event.
Okay, for ama bookings ungaxhumana ne manager yami Andile.
Okay.
So inumber atholakala kuyona usanda shintsha number so
shintsha njani number
abamanager abasehluphisa okudlula artist
wala shintsha njalo manje.
So inumber it is 067 953 8441 067 953 8441. Open for bookings, features, promos, whatever, waiting for your artist.
Okay, no, thank you so much, my brother, for coming in and this another interview. But ngiyabonga kakhulu.
Bafethu kubuka mina sengathi impela umsebenzi wenu ungaqhubeka because nathi siphila ngayo. So masibambisene bafethu kwande uNkulunkulu nedluzo.
Okay, ngiyabonga kakhulu. Okay, ke lapho ke mbukele emakhaya angiyathemba ukuthi now you're inspired because now I'm inspired from the conversation. Make sure that you subscribe on the page. Make sure that you subscribe. Click the notification button because we are trying to build e-team. So build kancane so far ushicho. Lumkile zinyanga signing out. Yabonga.